What's up, gays, straights, and other theys? It's Mally. I'm back with another episode of Lady in Mystery. Now, there's a couple things that I want to address before we get into it today. As of last video, we had a very, shall we say, kind of saucy letter, and I was initially uncomfortable because I thought that maybe there was a chance that it came from a man. And then when it turned out to be a woman, I was very much, well, seduced. The difference here is consent. I'm gay, therefore I won't respond positively if it's a man flirting with me, but if it's a woman, and especially one I'm attracted to, then naturally I'm going to be much more receptive. And I'm very attracted to Leader Kong. Consent is important, and that's why I reacted differently when I figured out that it was a woman. That kind of brings me to the next thing. I'm in such a wonderful position. Like, of course, DOMME ran away with my heart at first sight, but then sometimes JUHEE will do something that'll kind of pull me back to her, even though she's my best friend for the most part. And then Leader Kong as well. Leader Kong. I've never been in this spot. Like, usually I know who I'm pursuing immediately. Like, the choice is so easy, but for me, I'm kind of caught in the middle, and I'm really excited. I legitimately have no idea who I'm going to end up with, but this intro's gone on long enough. Let's get back to the video. Just don't do anything. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Stop. It's been a minute and already oh my goodness. Oh my god. Why? I've never been this, I don't think I've ever been this flustered before. I warned JUHEE and then looked at Leader Kong in a very long time. Oh my goodness. She radiates so much power. Oh my god. Her face and clothes got so much more luxurious. Her family name was Kong and her name was Yurin. Like, her first name? Wait, Song. Oh, this is a term. Also, really quick, her first name is Yurine. Both of those sound gross. Please no. Please no. Oh my god, no, that might kill me a little bit. No. Oh god. Anyway, definition. Songsang is a merchant association based in Songdo. It grew to become a national merchant association, and it tried to expand to the capital, Hanyang. Songdo is currently called Kaesong, which is the biggest trading city in Chosun. Songdo was the capital of Goryeo, the former kingdom of Chosun. People in this city had pride in their city, and they had a good sense of art. Also, Songsangs were well known with their great business skills. Did we do a lot of business? Oh goodness, no. Okay, usually I'm kind of like, I'll try my best with names, but that urine can't be, that can't be the way you pronounce it. That can't, no. I looked it up. It really is urine, like urine, but that's so unfortunate. Oh my god, can I overlook that? Kong Yurin, oh no. Oh god, here we go. Okay, Kong Yurin was the second daughter of Songbang chairman who lives in Songdo. Not just the second daughter, Kong Yurin, but most of the 7 children of chairman were engaged in commerce. And Kong Yurin was in charge of Hanyang that was dominated by the 6 major stores. I can get over this. So no one could guess how good she is at commerce and business. But since territorial imperative in Hanyang is quite severe, Leader Kong had a hard time at first. Can I just call her Kong, because I don't know if I'm gonna get past this name. I'm sorry, I know I keep going on. God, why does the English word have to be so unfortunate? She was even falsely accused once for murder. You just got so much more attractive to me. And I was the one who cleared her from that false accusation. Oh, is that why we got the flirty letter? I just saved her before I even knew who she was or what her story was, and turned out she was the leader of the very Songbang. So they've been known each other for years now. Or we've known each other for years now? Something like that. Oh goodness. Mr. Hisu, I came straight here from Qing as soon as I unpacked. I wrote it down under the letter. You read that, right? You're making words very hard to say. Leader Kong was pointing at the letter I was holding with a smile. I couldn't say I haven't read it yet, so I just smiled awkwardly and then tried to hide JUHEE. I did. And Juhee stepped aside like mocking at my desperate attempt. Of course she did. She even held her head high again. I tried to hide her again, but Juhee kept stepping to the side. I can just picture this in my head. Oh my god. Like one of these maneuvers. Why do you keep blocking me? Why are you slow-witted? God, I love us so much. God. No matter how this turns out, she's always gonna be my best friend, let's be real. While I lowered my voice and scolded Juhee, my heart was beating fast. Gee, I wonder why. Oh my goodness, stop looking directly at me. Leader Kong's face is already tilted sideways. She's been in another country for a long time, so she doesn't know the existence of Juhee. So she was looking at Hisu with a curious look. Wait, is this third person omniscient? I think the point of visual novels is to like visualize, picture the characters' voices in your head, but like, I feel like in this case, because the English translation is a little messy, you could benefit from using some voice actors, but I also know that it's expensive. Just a thought. Who is this? Her voice was soft as always, but it felt a little cold somehow. Is she jealous? Oh my god. Girl. Oh my goodness. I got cold sweat on my forehead. Oh, well, she's our sister. No competition to you whatsoever. You said you don't have any relative other than you two. When did you get the sister I don't know about? Well, I mean, look at her eyes. Aggressive, right? Oh, Juhee's gonna have our heads later. I never really liked her and she's a bastard, so I thought I would never see her in my life. That's why I didn't tell you. Juhee flinched her eyebrows when she heard him talking bad about her. But then she decided to go along and started smiling like a real bastard sister. I could only imagine what kind of curse words she might be swearing in her head, and that made me scared. But now you're staying together? Leader Kong looked at me with her jape eyes. I don't know what you're actually trying to say here, so I don't know. Okay, people in the tavern are easy to fool, but Leader Kong is... She's even difficult to talk to even when Juhee was not here. I was so perplexed, especially since I haven't seen her for a long time. She looked at me for a while, then smiled gently like she doesn't care about anything. Then Juhee gave a little sigh from the back, and Leader Kong's servants came in with some luggage at the right time. Wait, is she staying with us? Oh, I brought some gifts for you from Qing. I wasn't smart enough to know you had a sister, so I only brought gifts for you two. I'll make sure to bring your sister's gift next time. Leader Kong smiled professionally and looked at Juhee in the eyes. Then Juhee frowned like she doesn't like the situation. She usually just says whatever she needs to say, so it's quite funny to see her not being able to say anything, and it made me smile unconsciously. Oh, translation. Thank you, Yurin, for shutting her the hell up. Oh my goodness. I wonder how Juhee's reacting actually on the inside, because she's also gay. And like, Leader Kong is kind of fine, so I wonder how she's faring. Then, Juhee looked at me with scary eyes and threatened me with a lower voice. Just open her gifts or whatever and send her home. Why are you trying to send my guest away? What a temper. Really? Then wait a little longer and you can see what I'm going to do when I run out of my patience. I can't act like I'm your bastard sister in front of that female merchant anymore. Her eyes are a little weird too. What's wrong with her eyes? I mean... I guess they're lighter than everyone else that I've seen so far. Like, Maka's the only one that's got kind of like a blue eye situation, but what do you mean they're weird? Please just do as I ask. Is she not standing right? Is she not standing right here? Like, I don't think she's left the room, Juhee. Oh, I was arguing with Juhee to whisper. Oh, we're whispering. Oh my goodness. Okay. God, we really are like children. Leader Kong was watching me with a gentle smile on her face. Oh my goodness. I started opening the present bundle roughly, then I stopped my hand out of surprise. Oh my gosh, how did you... That's such a pretty globe. Inside the bundle was a very expensive Western-style globe. That light gray-brown wooden globe was obviously very rare and valuable. Oh no. Now we got two women giving me things. Oh my goodness. Juhee's been giving me nothing but sass. Then Woo-sung started unpacking his bundle she got him. Inside Woo-sung's bundle were just some pieces of pumpkin rice taffy that are everywhere in the marketplace. Okay, usually lesbians are like, oh, we're clueless, we're dumb, we don't know when someone's flirting with us. I think this is very clear, and oh my, okay. After seeing that, Juhee made this bizarre face behind Woo-sung. She made an evil face that not even a captain of a gum guy gang would make, and asked a lot of questions to Woo-sung for quite a while. It bothered me, so I tried to listen to what they are saying, but these two. Now that I can see there's something between them, I could only hear parts of their conversation like that. Wait, what? Oh, is these two, and then the now that I can see there's something blah 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 blah. Is that what I'm overhearing? I'll need to put that in quotes to make that clear. But also, was there something between us? Because I don't know if I'd mind if there was. It's just nothing, so please, accept them with an easy mind. Okay, the taffy might be nothing, but the globe I don't think is nothing, Yurin. Leader Kong chuckled, saying nonsense. Then Juhee interrupted out of the blue. I think you're right about it being nothing. I mean, nothing is free anyway. Oh my, you really are insightful. And do you even know what I want? Huh? Well, I think... Before Juhee says anything weird, I covered Juhee's mouth. Oh, that's not a laugh. Oh. Shut the fuck up, child. Jeez, always reading miscellaneous books and saying weird things, so it's not even worth listening to her. Please don't. Ugh. I'd rather listen to your story about your trip to Quinn. Ugh. Let me go. Well, I'm quite busy today, so I was only going to drop some gifts for you today. I'll tell you about my trip next time. I have some good stories, so you'll need about half a day to listen to all those stories. I'm not making those sounds. You know what's happening. She's being muffled. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, I see you look forward to hear. Juhee bit my hands. Yeah, I had a feeling she was gonna do that. And I got startled and pulled my hand away. There was a bite mark with a little... Juhee. Disappointed but not surprised. There was a bite mark with a little blood on my hand. You drew blood! The situation is so messed up, and so is the inside of my head. Meanwhile, Leader Kong was ready to go, lifting her clothes, and Woo-sung is wandering around me, and Juhee with his teeth stuck together because of rice taffy. Not knowing what to do. Oh my goodness, this is the funniest thing I've read in a while. But then, it was when I pushed Juhee away to walk Leader Kong to the door that something went wrong. Right before Leader Kong went out the door, she suddenly asked a random question. Oh, by the way, have you ever been interested in women's hair ribbon? Have you looked at them closely? I think it's usually red or black with silver or colorful decoration. Why? Why do you ask? I knew you would notice. You notice things that not many guys usually notice. Most of the women's hair ribbons are like that. Leader Kong gave me a random compliment and got closer. Oh my goodness. But if you look at it closely, expensive hair ribbon has its own special decoration and has its own pattern on it. Even the red cloth, which is the base of hair ribbon, has hundreds of different types. And the best one is the silk from the city of Silk, Gongso Castle, which is monopolized by my songbong. If this is some weird seduction, I don't understand what's going along. I just know that you're very close to my face and, help? Question mark? Leader Kong suddenly burst into laughter. That exaggerated laughter was rather scary. So, that lady is not your sister. What are you talking about? How did you let this happen when I'm not around? Then Leader Kong wiped the smile off her face and gave a sigh. And then she turned to Juhee. My lady, I don't know if you ever noticed that, but that hair ribbon you're wearing now is made of silk from the city of Silk that has been embroidered with the words double happiness and desire for good luck with the most precious gold thread. The city of Silk, silk hair ribbon? What is all that? That silk is what the city of Silk offered to the emperor as a present. And they sell the small portion of the leftover silk to Chosun, so it is such precious silk that not anyone can have. I know it well because we monopolize that silk. I also know what families are buying those. Juhee's clothes are so ordinary, except that she always wears the hair ribbon she was originally wearing when she came right here the first day. But the hair ribbon is just a piece of red or black cloth. And Nonetheless, maybe it's different in the merchant's eyes? It's not good for a noble lady from Northern Village to wander around too much. Leader Kong bowed gracefully and laughed. Oh my goodness! It was like she had her hand on our throats the entire time. I was so loving it. Oh my god. Oh god. Lady. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh. And Juhee's point of view, I'm gonna say, I don't think we ever found out her surname. Well, I don't know if she's interested in me or not, but I'm very interested in her. Listen, I don't think you understand. Like, she just walked in here fully like, this is basically my house. Well, Juhee's house or whatever you want to go by the whole blackmail thing. But she just walked in this house that she doesn't even own, came in with the power that she knew she had and just like threw her power on for a good like 5 minutes. And oh my god, that was the hottest thing I've ever seen. Oh, I hope she comes back. I genuinely don't know who I'm romancing now. God. Leader Kong is like our sponsor. She wouldn't do anything to harm us, so yes, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Hisu kept walking in a circle inside the store, talking to himself. Juhee is the only one who got busted, but Hisu seemed more frustrated about it. He raised his hands in the air and gave a sigh, twisted a gat string, stamping his feet unlike Yangbanger shook his head, covering his face. Wait, if Leader Kong is so perceptive, does she know that I'm a woman? If we slept together, she definitely knows I'm a woman. Unless I, like, went all stone butch on her and didn't let her reciprocate. If anyone finds out that he helped a Northern Village lady running away from home, he might be executed, so it was understandable. Juhee fiddled her hair ribbon she just took off and then looked up. Oh, wait. You're just hiding a ribbon now. Come on, I can't even see if it's gone. Mr. Hisu. Hisu turned his body and looked at Juhee angrily. He still seemed nervous with his eyebrows frowned. Why are you so anxious? How can I not be anxious when we are all going to die now? Well then don't worry. If something bad happens, I'll take all the responsibilities so you won't get any blame at all. Juhee, that is sweet, but they're gonna blame me either way. What? I'll just die without telling on anybody. Isn't that a good thing then? No! Hey, we don't have to do that. We'll figure something out. You can just have your store forever. You won't have to pay the rent for the store or my meal. It's even better for you. When Juhee got sarcastic weakly, Hisu got close and raised his voice. Do you think I'm worried about my store now? Aren't you? You only took me in because of your store. Don't you think I know it? Since when were you worried about me? Since you became my friend. The heck? Hey! You are so natural at saying something mean. I wish I could punch you in the mouth. I care about you, but also I want to punch you a little bit. Yeah, Juhee's my best friend. No, I don't care how I was then. No one's asking you to move out of the store now. I'm already ready to send you away whenever if that's what you want, but I don't want you to be in trouble. Not that I worry about you, though. Juhee was unraveling her hair with her finger while Hisu was throwing tantrums at her. If I put myself in his shoes, I mean, for example, if I took some invited Northern Village lady in when she showed up out of nowhere, the only reason I took her in was the money in the store, then I could always separate my life and that girl's life. I would make her promise that she wouldn't let us involved in her personal problem. Like these hairs falling on my hands. What hairs? What? The hair you're playing with? Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to be aware that Leader Kong has my weakness now. She's got a lot more than my weakness. Oh my god. Mal, control yourself. Don't ever get on her nerve, ever. But Hisu doesn't seem like he would separate his life from Juhee's problem. He gave me all kinds of advice, like I have to smile with a nice and docile face in front of Songbong Leader, and I have to look like a poor and pitiful girl. I can't believe I have to win favor with that plebeian merchant. That plebeian merchant could step on you and you would thank her. Don't even try. Just when Juhee started thinking that in her head, and spare your sense of authority thinking you can't win favor with that plebeian merchant. It's like you just read her mind. Juhee felt like she got busted and put her hands down. Okay. You don't sound sincere. What, do you want me to cry then? I'll try to cry if you have a thing for a woman crying. Oh my god. Juhee. I will say, dialogue-wise, maybe it's also the way I'm reading it, I don't know, but Juhee and I have really good, like, chemistry in general together. Not even, like, romantic, but, like, just banter back and forth. Our chemistry is so good. And, like, as much as I'm attracted to the other two, I really love how well written her character is so far. Hisu was about to say something more, but then he tapped his chest and stopped. It looked a bit cute, so Juhee smiled a little with the tip of her nose. Oh my goodness, stop it. Even though she got in big trouble canceling her marriage, JUHEE's still the only daughter of a former minister. There's always a way to get around it when you're from the prestigious family, no matter how mad the interior minister is. It's already been quite a while now, and the family clan will come up with a good story if I give them some nice, probable excuses. Time solves everything. That's the power of a distinguished family. That's why I was more okay with doing whatever I want, so I don't have to creep and crawl to a merchant like Songmong leader just because she found out who I am. But those so-called poor country bumpkin Yongbong, Hisu, and Wusung seem to believe that JUHEE would die if she gets caught. Seriously. I mean, it doesn't feel bad that someone's worried about you. Alright, I'll try my best to win favor with Leader Kong as you said, so you two should focus on finding some work. You haven't had a client for days. But it bothered JUHEE to see Hisu so worried about Leader Kong, so she lied to make him feel better. Aw. He's really sweet. She's got some bite, but she's super sweet. The days are getting warmer. Oh, I guess. Cool. Hi, little Makwa. Oh my god. Yeah, she's the only one who's got like kind of like blue-ish eyes. Like, other than Leader Kong, everyone else has kind of like dark eyes, which I mean makes me happy because my eyes are dark and I don't see a lot of characters like that. Usually they're very light eyes. Anyway, is after with a new bop and track, jeez. Makwa was smiling from the morning like she just got some interesting news. As always, she sat down next to Hisu with a furtive smile while we were having breakfast. Are we still in JUHEE's point of view? I don't know. Wusung warned her with his eyes like he was about to punch her, but Makwa is not afraid of him anymore. I feel like Makwa's like our third sibling, like our little sister, and I adore her. Oh, did you hear something interesting? When JUHEE asked her nicely, Makwa smiled brightly with her soft cheek. At the same time, Wusung frowned at JUHEE like he just saw something very disturbing. Wait, she's still wearing her ribbon. I thought she took it out. I don't know if this is a sprite thing or what, but you're still wearing your ribbon, girl. You always talk back to me with everything, but you're always so sweet only to girls. Quiet. Makwa is a baby, not a girl. Makwa didn't know what's going on here, so she looked back and forth at JUHEE and Wusung. She tapped Hisu's arm with her little hand. You might be able to make good money with this, sir. The book called The Book of Something is on the market, not. You know, the ones that are only 3 in this entire country. What? The book? Book of Mathematics and Astronomy has been collected. What's that? In Hangul. I'm not even going to try that. The pronunciation is there for you to try. Anyway, an encyclopedia consisted of 100 books. That must be thick as hell. It covers from Western math, geometry, trigonometry, algebra to math, natural science, and astronomy. So nerds. The book? You talking about the Book of Mathematics and Astronomy? Hisu put down his spoon. Hisu just woke up and had a headache, so he's just watching his rice bowl with a sullen face. Now he's fully awake by what Makwa just said. JUHEE knows why as well. Western books are so really popular these days that a lot of investors were investing a lot of money on those rare Western books. Among those books, the Book of Mathematics and Astronomy, which only has 3 copies in Chosun, was the most expensive. If it's on the market, it usually costs over 100 yang, which is about the same price as a big house with 10 rooms. Jeez! Conservative noble family like JUHEE's family consider it as a filthy custom, but most people enjoy buying and selling Western books with the enhanced price. A Yongbang named Yoon Gyu Wong from Mukgul is trying to sell it the book, but he's having a hard time selling it on his own, so it's looking for a broker to raise the price. As soon as Makwa nodded, Hisu got energized and shouted, swinging his spoon. I don't have a spoon, but I'll swing this. Not sponsored. They say usually merchants act as brokers, but who are we? We are the fixers. We solve problems for anyone with a small price to pay. Let's go and sell those books at an expensive price for him. Oh, wait, is this a merchant thing? Are we gonna see Leader Kong again? I don't know. I don't know who I want to romance. This is hard. And Hisu's ambitious plan has crumbled within half of a day. Oh no. When they arrived at Yoon Gyu Wong's house, who's selling the book, his gate was already wide open like a bean pod in May. Oh my. Oh, which is exactly what Yurin said. Hello, again. Didn't I just call it? Leader Kong, fancy seeing you here. Oh my, I never thought I'd see you in a place like this. While Leader Kong chuckled and made her people carry the books, those from Zhonghuso had to stand and watch. Oh, you got to it first. Oh my goodness, you are so powerful. Oh, okay. They tried to come here as quickly as possible, but it was already too late. The book of mathematics and astronomy was sold to Songbong the moment it went on the market. Hisu was watching those books stacked on a wagon with a stunned face. How much did you pay for those? 80 nyang. Leader Kong was holding her laughter looking at Hisu's face. 80 nyang. Well, you got it at a good price. We kind of look really good standing next to each other, I'm not gonna lie. Hisu was just blinking his eye like a child who lost their rice taffy and gave a sigh when all 70 books came out of the house. Yuki frowned watching him saying, "Let's go," discouraged. Don't make that scary face. You're already fierce enough. What is wrong with my face? Oh, I adore us. I adore our dynamic. When Juhee bluntly answered, Leader Kong called Hisu from the back like she just remembered something. Oh? Are we going to the back room together? Mr. Hisu, wait. Why do you call me? Just want to go home already. When Hisu turned around with a gloomy face, Leader Kong made her servant step back and came closer to Hisu. Your plan has been ruined because of me. I feel bad. How about I let you look around my library? You can come and take a look at the book of mathematics and astronomy. What? That woman is rubbing salt in the wound. But Hisu said yes and nodded with an innocent face like an idiot with no self-esteem at all. Okay, this is definitely Juhee's point of view. Thanks, Juhee. Listen, I'm a simple woman. Okay? And she's throwing her power around again and I'm enjoying it. Leader Kong laughed and picked the first book of the Book of Mathematics and Astronomy from a wagon as if she's mocking him and arrogantly let him hold it to his bosom. Finally, something snapped inside of Juhee's head. Is that merchant insane? Juhee was about to confront her and say something to her, but then Woo-sung grabbed Juhee's sleeve. Thank you, brother. Do not ruin this for me, Juhee. Come on. At least let me get to know Leader Kong before I try to make a decision. He's obsessed with Western learning, so it's pointless to interrupt. So just stay here. Pointless? No, I don't care about that. What does that merchant think of Yongbon? Juhee tried to argue with her body leaned backward, but Woo-sung didn't move a bit like a rock. She thinks of that Yongbong as my brother. What else? No matter what you tell him there, he would say you want to follow that Leader Kong and take a look at that Western book. Yep, the book is the only thing I'm interested in whatsoever. What the? I know why you're upset, but I know he's for sure going to say that we should go home first if we want to go home. Why don't we just follow him to our library instead of wasting time on that? Woo-sung always opposes to what Juhee says, so Juhee should find it annoying this time too. Strangely enough, it didn't feel that annoying this time. His voice was calmer and lower than usual. Maybe I'm wrong, but Woo-sung didn't seem to want to go to Leader Kong's library. Woo-sung's broad shoulders were drooping and his eyebrows kept flinching. He didn't seem to like Leader Kong. Are you both angry at Leader Kong because you're both interested in me? And you know that she's interested in me? Okay, Woo-sung, I'm sorry, buddy. You are out of this race. I don't swing that way. Juhee, I don't know, but also, I need to get to know Leader Kong a little more first. I'm sorry. Juhee looked back and forth at Leader Kong and Woo-sung and shook off Woo-sung's hand without saying anything. Let's just do what you said for this time. All right, I'm being tailed. Cool, great. Oh, the library. Excellent. This should be the best library in Chosen at this moment. That Songbong library Leader Kong took those three from Jung Huso was like a widow's curse of book. It was very extensive and therefore there were all kinds of books there, from books about Confucianism to miscellaneous books, Western books, and even some foreign books written in a foreign language. You're seducing me with a library and I am here for it. There were all kinds of books you can possibly imagine. There is no other library as big as this one in Chosu. Oh, flexing on me, are you? As Leader Kong showed off and opened all the sides of the door in the library, a guy with disheveled hair came running and took the books. He was so energetic that everyone got surprised by him. Soon, two workers came out and spread all the books of mathematics and astronomy that was in a wagon on the black table. Okay, so those who are going to put the stamp on it haven't arrived yet? No, they're not here yet. The disheveled guy bowed awkwardly with a liming leg. His back and legs were twisted a little, but he was trying so hard to maintain the posture. Leader Kong pointed at the disheveled guy and looked at Juhee before Hisu. This is my librarian Kim Deok-soo, my lady. Why are you talking to me? He is the one who followed you. Talk to him. Juhee. Oh my god, I will say no one's made me laugh as much as Juhee has. That's definitely in her favor. We merchants intuitively introduce people to those in the highest position first, so please accept it. You little snake. Oh my. I don't usually do this to any Yongbon. Leader Kong bowed contemptibly and caught Juhee's eyes. So you know what family I'm from, huh? Juhee felt like she was being blackmailed but managed to hold her anger. Oh, you most certainly are. Instead, she held her head high like she used to do before she runs away. Leader Kong did not care and kept introducing him to her. Kim Dae-soo is very good at dusting the book, sewing the book when it's worn out, and writing again when the letters are fading. Interesting thing is, he is one of the best book technicians, but he can barely read. That's what makes him even better. He's good at maintaining books, but not interested in books at all. How can it be any better? Deok-soo saluted these gentlemen and the lady. Librarian Kim Dae-soo bowed and started opening books. His hands were so fast that no one would have known he was handicapped. Meanwhile, Hee-soo seemed excited to be in the library full of books he hasn't read yet. Yeah, me too, honestly. His eyes were glowing like a child. Soon, 2 more guys came to the library, and we have a term for butler? Butler, a male supervisor of servants of a mansion. He managed the other servants. Okay, so pretty much the same as the Western definition. It's called Butler Jeong, who seemed familiar to Hee-soo and Woo-sung. He was an old butler, and the other one was a young guy with a small god. Lady Yuri and Clerk Park, who appraised the book, came with a stamp. The butler Jeong called the young clerk guy Park Songdon, a merchant association. Oh, Songdon, a merchant association. It was formed based on what city they are from. Songdons from cities that have active trading like Songo, Hangyang, or Uiju dominated all business transactions in Chosun. Okay. They both seem to belong to Yuri and Songdon. Leader Kong made Clerk Park salute to Juhee as well, who was looking at them coldly. Oh, those 2 have met them, but you haven't met them yet, so I'll introduce him to you, my lady. This is Clerk Park. He was originally from a Yongbon family. He became one of us as he married the daughter of the owner of our silk store and became a member of their family. He has a really good academic background, so he's in charge of anything related to sentences. He praised the book of mathematics and astronomy as well. Nice to meet you. I'm Park Bong-tai. The young man with very bright eyes introduced himself and unpacked the bundle he carried. Inside the bundle were some unique pigments and a big stamp. Porters brought some wooden panel that is as big as a human leg and a measurement device made of steel and started assembling it at the back. But it didn't seem to work that well. They kept trying to put wooden pieces in several different ways and grooves on the floor. It's been quite a while since the librarian and the old butler started helping Clerk Park, putting some things on the desk and taking them off again. Soon Clerk Park looked at the leader and shook his head with his glaring eyes. I think we can't stand the big measuring stick since the groove here broke last time. Really? We've been delaying for too long to call a carpenter and fix it. Can you work in the library? There are 70 books, so I don't think I can do it in the library. I'll just move the book of mathematics and astronomy to the stamp room and put it back here when I'm done. As soon as Leader Kong nodded, the workers started to move the books outside again. Then Hee-soo, who was focused on the books for a while, finally showed some interest and interrupted. What does that mean? Leader Kong smiled gently at Hee-soo right away. I think it's also the fact that, like, I'm being so flustered with her right now and being very receptive is that, like, I've been playing this game for a while and, like, no one has really, like, none of the girls have, like, flirted with me that much this directly. Like, DOMME did a little bit, but this one's just been, like, relentless. And I'm just... I'm kind of loving all this attention, to be honest, and the way she just tosses her power around in a room, just... Oh my, okay. There is a stamp room near the library. We put stamps on the books we brought in. I can't tell you the detail, but we use our own special pigment. Wouldn't it damage the book if you put the stamp on it? So I made the ink completely fade away naturally after a couple of years like it was never there. But the stamp mark remains for a couple of years so we can prevent the theft and prevent people from returning books that don't have stamps. That's clever. I came up with that idea. You're so smart. Oh my goodness. The leader giggled cunningly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, she's like barely like spoken to me. Oh my god, I'm so seduced right now. Oh god, okay. Juhee was stepping back and watching those two indifferently. Woo-sung's face didn't look good either. She doesn't know why, but she felt some anger inside her when she saw Leader Kong smile. She doesn't know why, but she started to feel this anger since they went to Mr. Yoon's house to get the book. Juhee's always been generous to women. So usually when a woman smiles, it makes Juhee happy as well. But now it makes her angry when a woman smiles. What is going on here? I kind of think I know what's going on here, and I'm not opposed to it. Juhee fixed her eyes to leader Kong and talk to Woo-sung. Mr. Woo-sung, it's so weird. Why am I so angry at a woman? Okay, I'm sorry, like, it's been in the back of my mind, but I feel like I gotta address this now. I don't know if, like, there was anyone gay, like, writing on the team, but, like, there's, like, a really negative stereotype about lesbians that, like, we're man-haters and we, like, hate all men and, like, we are incapable of being nice to them at all because we just hate them so much and only prefer women. First of all, not true for the most part. Like, obviously, there are people that, like, don't like men in general, but that's true of straight women as well, and we call that being sexist because that works both ways. I'm not loving the idea that it's like central to Juhee's character that she's just not nice to men. Like, I get the whole maybe a general mistrust because something happened with a man, but like, I don't like how it's playing into the negative stereotype that all lesbians hate men. You know, like it's not true at all. Anyway, that's just always bothered me about Juhee's character, but other than that, she's lovely. It's just that one thing. Okay, what does that mean? I really don't like her. Oh, that. Well, me too, actually. Then an unexpected answer came out of Woo-sung's mouth. Juhee's eyes got wide. Can't believe this. I thought it was just in my head. We can actually agree on something? Oh my goodness. It's because Woo-sung is jealous and so are you, and I wish Woo-sung wasn't, but you can't really help that. How can that even be possible? Because you are capable of being friends with a man. Oh my god, okay. Are you picking a fight on me again? When is she not? I'm not picking a fight. It's just so surprising. Anyway, I've never really liked Leader Kong that much. She's flirting with my brother too much. Oh, so Woo-sung is just gonna come out and say it. Okay, well, glad to know we're on the same page. Flirting with him. It's kind of a vulgar expression, but quite exact. Because even I can see that when it's my first time seeing them together, right? So maybe I don't like ill-behaved women. No, you don't like women that flirt with me. That's what you don't like. Okay. It was like her eyes were open. Right, I don't like her because she's too flirty. She found out the truth, she felt much better. When Juhee looks up, Woo-sung was nodding with his mouth closed. For a moment, there was a spark when her and his eyes meet. What? Okay. Juhee and Woo-sung were exchanging glaring eyes like Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang, I think that's how that's pronounced. Zhang Fei swearing an oath of a peach garden. I thought I was the only one who finds her irritating until I met you. I couldn't tell anyone about it, but now I feel so good to talk to someone who feels the same way. Woo-sung clenched his fist, deploring in a serious voice that she's never heard before. Juhee felt weirdly overwhelmed as well. They felt a sense of companionship like soldiers before the war. Oh, the war for what? My heart? Even Guan Zhang? What? And Bao Shuya wouldn't feel a stronger sense of companionship than us. I guess those are different soldiers? Those two even made a name for their alliance after whispering passionately. ALP. It was short for Anti-Leaders Flirtation. Oh, you're gonna have a problem with DOMME in a minute if you're following that logic. It was supposed to be ALF, but didn't feel right, so they decided to use P instead of F. They were both really satisfied with their secret code. Oh, we're back in my point of view. Oh god. Normally I stop the episode at this point, but like, I gotta keep going now. Come on. At night, all the rooms in Songbong, including the library, were locked with keys. Only 3 people have the key to the library. Leader Kong, who's the leader of the Songbong, the old butler Jeong, who has all the keys of important place, and the librarian Kim Daeok-soo. No one other than these 3 can open or close the library. Well then, let me borrow these books. Can I give them back tomorrow morning? Yes, you can give them back tomorrow whenever you want. Sure, take care. So before the library is closed, I borrow some Western books under the guide of Kim Daeok-soo. It's dangerous to take the books outside Songbong, so Leader Kong kindly let me stay at her guest room and parlor for one night so I could read the book. I'm staying at her house? Leader Kong. I watched the librarian keeping the library until late at night and then went to the guest room after picking some books. That's why Juhee and Woo-sung got to stay at Songbong even though they didn't want to. Oh no, are we sharing the guest room right now? Oh. Hello, iMovie transition, I missed you. I told you, you can go back if you want to. No. You worried Leader Kong's gonna take advantage of me. She's not, because I'm gonna be consenting the entire time. It's a nice guest room. You two are not subtle. Juhee and Woo-sung insisted on staying there with me, constantly changing the subject. This is gotta be the funniest thing. I don't think I've laughed as much during like recording an episode of this. I've like been wheezing for the past 5 minutes. I told them they can go. What's kind of interesting is they usually fight all the time, but they haven't fought at all tonight. They even sat together very intimately and whispered to each other. I'm so oblivious, but honestly, like, I feel like I can see this stuff because I have the option of like different points of view, but I feel like me in real life would be just as oblivious. I ignored them and started reading my book, but I kept feeling like I'm being watched. But why would they suddenly watch me tonight when we are always together? They can see me for days anytime if they want. Well, you two might get bored. Miss Juhee, do you want to read some books? I carefully offered a math book to her, but Juhee shook her head right away. I'm good. And you two have been sitting there doing nothing for a while? Are you really just gonna sit there and do nothing? All night? Don't worry. I'm worried. I'm so fine. I've never been better. Okay. Bullshit. When Juhee gave me a wide smile, Woo-sung smiled too, showing his teeth. No, you didn't. Your mouth is still closed. But Juhee only forcefully smiled with her eyes with a serious face, and Woo-sung only smiled with his mouth when his eyes and faces don't. It was so creepy and weird that my shoulder got hunched. What are you two doing? But even after watching me freaking out, they even waved at me and rushed me to just read a book. Can you two go away? Can you two get out of here? Like, not even just for me and Leader Kong to get some alone time, just you two are being weird. I don't know what you two are up to, but I'm really just gonna read my book. Don't blame me later. I'm really just going to read my book. You too, Woo-sung. You're being so fucking weird. I tried to avoid their eyes turning my head and changing my posture. Maybe they think if they stay with me, that Leader Kong won't come into this room. But honestly, Leader Kong could just pull me in to her bed chambers, and that would solve all these problems, so... But no matter where I turned my head to, I kept being conscious of Woo-sung and Juhee's eyes and couldn't focus on reading. Again, even if Leader Kong was not in the next room over. Stop staring at me, I'm uncomfortable. Ugh. So I ended up packing all my books and went down to the floor. When I got all the blankets in the guest room and surrounded me with them to my head like a hill, then I could avoid their looks a little. I could focus on my book only after I turned my back on them completely and only left my eyes out of the blanket. Oh, did I just huddle? I could hear them whispering again. See, look at that. Kong Yurin? I think she's really out of her mind. I mean, aren't the books in the library for sale? Look at her putting all the books out. I know she's trying hard to get his mind, but this is too much. I can't with these two. I couldn't hear them very well, but I can only hear some words like Kong Yurin out of her mind, get his mind over these thick blankets. I crawled like a caterpillar and kept flipping pages. The book I borrowed was a book of calculation, a book about abacus calculation. There was a question. When you brought 100 chickens with 100 young, if 3 chicks are 1 young, a hen is 3 young, and a rooster is 5 young, then how many chicks, hens, and roosters did you buy? Don't make me solve that. Don't do that to me. I have a degree in theater. I only took 1 math class. I've solved similar questions from the mathematics workbook, but it's been a while, so I don't remember well how to solve it. So you have 3 unknown roots and they are not a square, and the sum of them is 100? Then it's going to be the case of infinite solutions. I kept talking to myself while solving the question. Tell me about it. I mean, you can obviously tell that she has a feeling for him, but he doesn't push her away. No, why would I? Kind of annoyed at my brother too. He just takes whatever she gives. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I most certainly do. I don't know if he really doesn't know what's going on. Honestly, again, because I have proxy and because, like, I'm reading this stuff, I figured it out, but real me would probably be just as clueless. He's so good at reasoning, but why is he so slow at this kind of thing? Because usually, well, for me anyway, we don't think it's gonna happen, so that's not the first thing we jump to. That's why we have to lead him in the right direction. What? Those two were having a good time slapping. Oh, I gotta get through this. This is so funny. Oh my god. Those two were having a good time slapping each other's arms while talking, pushing the desk and stuff. I couldn't hear shit. I could only hear them laughing outside my blanket. They were bustling, so when I looked back, they detached from each other all of a sudden like playing tag and looked away. Can you two knock it off? Oh my god. Oh, it's morning. The next morning, I was the one who woke up the earliest. The sun was already up a while ago, so the sunshine came in with the shape of the window on the floor. Oh, cute. When I woke up, I felt pain around my neck, probably from huddling in that bundle. I was looking for answers to endless questions and fell asleep while JUHEE and Woo-sung were still whispering. I think I was sleeping on the floor, but when I woke up, I was on the bed. My gat was already off and my overcoat was folded next to me. Aww. That's so sweet. On the side, JUHEE and Woo-sung were sleeping with their heads leaning against each other. I thought they don't get along well. I pulled them apart and covered them with a blanket. I don't hate that they are now getting along, but strangely I feel a little upset. I mean, I was friends with Woo-sung from a long time ago, and I've been talking to JUHEE a lot more than Woo-sung. But then suddenly they're whispering each other and not even telling me what they're talking about? When he finds a girl he wants to marry and be gone, and when JUHEE comes back home, then I'll really be alone. Oh. Oh, that's right. That was the condition. Don't hurt my heart like this. You were making me laugh so hard ages ago. I was having some bitter thoughts and then adjusted my untied coat string. I mean, I still have Leader Kong, Makwa, and Wongsam. When I looked up and saw Woo-sung who sleeps in the same way since he was young, and JUHEE looks fierce even during sleep. It looked different at that moment. Probably like my family. Because I lost mine. Oh. Don't hurt my heart like this. When I went out to wash my face, I could see a well in the corner of the yard. There were a few people around yesterday, but no one was here now. Maybe because it's still early in the morning. I walked across the yard covering my bare topknot. But then there was only a rope, but not a bucket in it as well. The groove in the library was broken, and now the well's bucket is missing. I don't know about the fancy outside, but this area where Leader Kong is staying is pretty unorganized. I was about to give up and go back to the guest room. Suddenly I heard a loud noise from outside the door. Oh. Hello. When the door opened, Leader Kong came in with a lot of servants behind her. They were all carrying bats, which was quite intimidating. And the butler next to them found me and Leader Kong almost ran towards me. Mr. Hisu, something terrible has happened. What happened? Someone stole the whole series of the Book of Mathematics and Astronomy. Huh? Oh my... Wait, what? How? Wouldn't I have heard the... Damn. Okay. Jeez. Okay, well, I think that's a good stopping point. What the hell? Alright, so I am still no closer to finding out who I'm gonna end up with. But we gotta solve the case of the missing books in the next episode, so... Thank you so much whoever happens to be watching this. Like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out. And until next time, bye!